So let's talk about frequency distribution table. In the last class, we identified these as frequency distribution tables. This is for continuous variable. This is for discrete variable. What's the difference? You can see here there's no space. 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and so on. Here there's space. 0 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, and so forth. Okay? Yeah. Are we okay with that? So, are we there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's your frequency distribution table there. Now, when we are talking about histograms, we are talking about grouped data. Okay? Histogram is generally used for grouped data like this. These are group data because we are seeing that you can see that it has groups. This is from a group from 0 to 10, from 11 to 20, and so forth. Okay. Histogram is more suited for this type, grouped continuous data. So before we create our histogram, before we create the histogram, let's see. Let's see something. You see all this data, right? When you are doing analysis, when you see data like this, there are some things you want to know about the data, right? First of all, you may want to look at let's say, you want to create a frequency distribution for this data. You can do that, okay? How can we do that? You come to your data tab and you go to data analysis. I hope we all have the data analysis tool pack.
Yes, sir. I have it.
Okay. Then you simply just come to histogram and then you select the entire data. You know, here we are being asked for input range now, right? Input range. You select that. Okay, before we do this, first of all, we have to create what we call the bin. Bin. Okay. Suppose what we have in mind is, let's say, for example, we use bin of 10, 20. What this is actually saying, what this is saying is that we are trying to use the following groups, something like 0 to 10. If we take it to be continuous data, then we'll have to do something like this. 10 to 20, 20 to 40, 20 to 30, and so forth. Hmm? This bin means that this is what we are looking for. Thirty to 40, 40 to 50, and so forth until we get to the end. I don't know if this makes sense to us. Let me just finish it up so that we can get the point. Fifty to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 90 to 100. So this bin, now why are we talking about bin? Because when creating histogram, Excel will ask you for the bin. Okay. This bin indicates that this is the kind of thing we are interested in. Can you see a relationship?
Sorry, you didn't do 80 to 90.
I didn't do what? Okay, sorry. Thank you. So this bin indicates this. So the bin is like the intersection between groups. Okay? How many intersections do we have? How many boundaries between groups? How many intersections? We have 10. Why? Because we have 10 here and 10 here, right? That's the first one. We have 20 here, 20 here. 2, 30 here, 30 here. 3. Okay? We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 to 90. So those are the bins. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. So let me move this aside so we can proceed. So now to create our histogram, maybe let's first of all just create the table itself, frequency distribution table. What do? We use the data analysis tool. click on data, click on data analysis, go to histogram, choose histogram, click OK. Then for your input range, select the data. Okay. For the input range, select the data. Then you are being asked for the bin range. For the bin range, select the bin. If I'm selecting the headings as well, I would click this label. But if I'm not selecting the headings, no need to do that. The output options is used to indicate where you want the result to be. Okay. If you want the result on this sheet, you choose output range. If you want it to be on another sheet, you can say new worksheets, new workbook for another workbook. So now I want my result to be on this sheet. So I'm selecting output range. You click in there. Then you click where you want the charts to, sorry, the histogram, which in this case will actually be a frequency distribution table. Why? Because I have not selected chart. I don't want chart for now. Okay. Let me leave the chart, just the table. Click on OK. So now you see it has created a frequency distribution table for this particular data. Okay. Now, if I don't want this, you see this 10 is actually 0 to 10. This is 10 to 20, and so forth. All right. So I can select this. I can copy this. And just paste it there. But we might want more than that. So let me delete this. So let's do it again. Data analysis, histogram. So this time around, let me leave all the other options the way they are. This time around, I'm going to choose chart outputs. Okay. So it's giving me this and also giving me the outputs. Of course, you can edit to whatever you like. Okay. Then maybe you don't like these labels. You want it to be the usual thing. Okay. You can edit that. Click on the chart. You come up here to this context menu, chart tools. Click on design. Click on select data. Then here where you have horizontal category axis labels, that refers to these labels here. Okay, we can change that if we like. You can just click on edit, delete what's there, and then select these groupings here. Instead, click on OK. Let me move it aside. You see it has already changed it, but because of the size, it's looking awkward. Do you understand? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. No, excuse me, sir. How did you get the bean?
How did I get what?
I want the bean.
Which bin? This one?
Yes.
Okay, how did I get it?
Yes, I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. Okay. Now, the bin, I said this is what we have in mind. Okay. It is what we
Yes.
have in mind. Usually, you leave out the first and the last. The first item
Okay.
of 0 and 100. So the bin will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. You understand?
Yes, sir.
We are leaving out the leftmost value and the rightmost value.
Okay.
So all those values in between, those are what form the bins. The bins is what like the boundary between, the like a fence sort of between the groups. Like between this group and this group, we have 10 there. Between this group and this group, we have 20. Between this and this, we have 30, like that. Those are the things that we use to form the bins. Exactly.
Very, sir.
Okay. So now let's do a little more formatting. Now you may not want these spaces here. In that case, let me see. In that case, you don't want these spaces, want it to be blocked. You go and change some options. If you select, click on design, select the chart, click design up here on the chart tools. Then you go down here to your left, click on quick layout, and choose something like this. Okay, it's more like it's more like histogram, right? Then
Yes,
let's
sir.
let's make it have lines too, lines, because this is just blue all through now. Let's see the dividing lines. So if you click that, you come up here, click on format under your chart tools. Then you give it a shape fill and a shape line color. The shape fill is already blue. Line color, let's say we use red, for instance, and I didn't see the shape. Let's say we use red. Can you see now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it looks more like histogram now. Then these empty bars, we can remove them if we want. These empty bars. You just select your histogram, design, go to design, click on select data. Then you come here where you have the axis, the horizontal axis labels. Deselect the first two here. Why? Because they don't have any items, right? Click on OK. So our histogram is now looking more real. This is histogram.
Okay. Please, can you take that again, sir?
Okay, let me undo it. I said you select the chart, but you know what I'm trying to do?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, because if you look at the table here, you can see 10 and 20, which technically actually means, they have 0, yes. Which actually means these two. It actually means if we were to use this, okay, it means like 0 to 10 and then the next one. They are zeros. We don't want them on the chart. So you select the chart, you come to click on design, click on select data, and then just deselect both groups from the axis
Okay,
labels.
I'm okay now.
Then click OK. Then click on OK. So this is how you create a histogram. This data here, you can see that how many items do you think we have here? 88. Even if there were 100,000 items, it will still be like this, right?
Sir,
Isn't
can
it?
I ask a question?
Please do. Yeah.
The more, what does it stand for, the more?
Yeah, what the more actually stands for is, you see, what this bin really means is, it's not, technically, it's really not this. This 10 means everything from 10 and below. Okay? That's what this 10 represents, technically. While here, don't forget that, see, You know this place was more. The more was here, isn't it?
Yes, the more was there, yes.
Was here. So it actually means everything higher than 90. Okay? That's what this more means. So if we had higher numbers, but we know that in this case, we know that there's no score that is higher than 100. So we can confidently put 90 to 100. Okay? But if it were a case where this last part is open-ended, that there may be some very high numbers, then it may be better to say 90 and more. So, okay, when you say more, it means more than 90. I don't know if you understand. That's what this is saying. More than 90. I don't know if I've answered your question. This one is saying up to 90, maybe like 80.
Okay, so
This
more
one is
than 90, it will be 6, yeah? Is it always 6, or is there any reason why 6 is there? Like they put 6 in that more, or it's just
this 6 is the frequency, the number of times you have more than 90 here. So if you are to count now, look at it now. Let's look for 90. Sorry, let's look for items that are more than 90. Can we quickly do that? Just count with me quickly. If you see anyone, count. That's 1, right?
yes, 2,
That's 2. Did we have 2
3,
before? This 3?
yes,
Ah, that's 1.
1,
That's 2.
2,
That's 3.
3,
That's okay now.
4,
4,
5,
5,
6. It's 6.
6. Okay. So that's the 6 he's talking about. That's what that 6 represents. The frequency.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so now that we are done with this, you can see that the histogram is used to do what? To summarize and visualize grouped numeric data. Does it summarize? Yes, it summarizes because even if these were JAMB scores, JAMB average scores, and you have 1 million students, the histogram will not be larger than this to still be like this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, at most it will have like 10 bars, and that's it. To still be like this. So that's why we say it's used to summarize and to visualize. Visualize in the sense that it's in the form of pictures, image, in a pictorial form. So from here, we can see that most the students are scored in the range of, you have the highest number of students in the range of 80 to 90.
80 to 90.
That's where you have the highest number of students. That's this one. Or it's rather 81 is taking it as discrete, rather like 81 to 90 actually. Okay. So yeah, something else we want to do now is suppose we want that's away from charts now. Frequently, you may want to have the um, descriptive statistics for this. Descriptive statistics. What do I mean by that? Like the mean, median, mode, variance, all those kind of things, right? So we can do that. We can decide to calculate it manually, but Excel can give it to us automatically. How? Let's see how it's done. So what am I looking at now? What we just did now is histogram. We just looked at histograms. So now we want to take a look at descriptive statistics. That's if you want to get it, you want Excel to help you get it. If you don't want to do the hard work yourself. How do we achieve that? We go to data. So to get your descriptive statistics, you click on your data tab, you click on data analysis, just look for descriptive statistics. Select it, click OK. So here is asking for input range. What do you do there? You just highlight your input data. Did you notice I selected the heading? I just want to illustrate how you do that, what you do when you do that. Since I selected the heading, I'm going to choose how to choose labels.
Yes.
That's true. Okay. I want my output to be on this sheet. I don't want to go to a new sheet. Then I want to display summary statistics, confidence level for me. We'll look at that later. Gate largest, gate smallest. Then the output
The range
range.
for the, yeah.
Yes, output range. For that, I want it to be here. Click on OK. So these are the descriptive statistics.
Okay, so can I ask questions?
Yes, please.
Okay, I know about minimum, I know about maximum, I know about range, then the sum, I know, the count, largest, smallest, I know, the confidence level, I don't know, the skewness, the kurtosis, the sample variance, standard deviation. I just need a reminder of that. I know the mode, the mean, the standard error.
Okay.
So those are the ones I want.
Yeah, there's no problem with that. We're going to treat all of them. But what we are just looking at now is how to automatically display the
Generate
descriptor.
the values.
That is, yes. That's all. There's no way we can treat all this right now. It's not possible.
Okay.
Some of them are major topics of their own.
Okay.
You understand that? And so there's no way we can do it on the fly like that.
Okay, sir.
But we are going to treat them. Standard
Okay.
error, when you do real, as we go on, we talk about standard error. Standard deviation, maybe we've talked about that before, but we can revisit it. Variance, kurtosis and skewness, yes. What else? Okay, confidence level. You know, when we are doing by the time you begin to do hypothesis testing, then we'll talk about this confidence level. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So no problem. There's no problem with that. So, but what I just want to illustrate is that Excel can automatically help you generate these things instead of you calculating them one by yourself. All right. So that brings us to the end of visualizing data at macro level. Now, this is not really part of visualizing data, but I just wanted to show you that Excel can help you do this, which
Okay, sir.
in many cases you want it to help you to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when it comes to